Hey guys, Dr. Cam here with Ground to Overhead PT coming back at you with your daily body armor. We're going to continue to talk about a plank variation today that I really like for folks that have been dealing with some shoulder pain when pressing overhead, maybe performing some handstand push-ups, handstand walks, things like that. So this plank variation is going to allow us to use one arm to really stabilize while the other arm is actually moving. And kind of emulating that overhead movement. We're going to be pushing out in this plank variation, but again, we want to be able to build that strength in order to go back overhead without pain. And I really like this variation for it. So both sides get worked here, okay? One side is going to be our stability side. So if you find yourself as one of those folks that when you go overhead, it's not necessarily a painful experience for you, but you just don't feel steady. You don't feel quite rock solid with that overhead position, maybe a little bit unstable when you get a little bit heavier in that weight and you're trying to catch overhead. Then, you know, the stability side of this can really help with that. The other thing is maybe you need to be able to work on pressing out and or you call it up, right? But again, more in this plank variation. Maybe right now you are dealing with some pain when you get that kettlebell, that dumbbell, that barbell up overhead when that bicep is beside the ear. This is going to reduce that range a little bit for you, but allow us to work that shoulder as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a light kettlebell here with a slider. A lot of these gyms that you go to will have a slider in there that you can use. But if you find yourself at home and you don't have one of these, you can double up a small towel, washcloth, something like that. If you're on some hardwood floors, and that should slide along just fine as well. What we're going to do here, we're going to come down into a plank position. All right, we want to make sure we're bracing at the core and the trunk. From this position, we're then going to take this, we're going to shift our weight over to one side, and we're going to press out and come back, okay? Shift that weight over, press up and out, and then come back once again, and come back down, okay? Want to try to maintain a nice neutral position here at our back. Don't let that area start to sag down. And then we want to make sure we're doing this on both sides, okay? Should not feel sketchy, shouldn't feel painful, no sharp pain or anything like that. If that's the case, I don't want you doing this exercise. You probably need to come in and let us go through an evaluation with you and really figure out what the root cause is. But again, this is a great exercise to help folks get back to that overhead pressing pain-free. If you guys have questions about the exercise, don't hesitate to reach out. Go ahead and subscribe and like the page, and I will see you next time for your daily body armor.